Hello and welcome to my 5th video log. In this video log I will be discussing agility, more specifically the cutting technique used to change direction. The drill I'll be using is a modified version of the T-test with a reactive component. The T-test works of forward movement, lateral movement and backward movement. For the purpose of this video I will only focus on lateral movement. Reactive and multi-directional speed is required in the majority of sports, and agility can be defined as the ability to quickly change body position or direction with control. Reacting to a sport-specific stimulus is often coupled with rapid changes in direction. Therefore, the athlete's perceptual and decision-making skills should be acknowledged when developing an athlete's performance. I will analyse my own performance in a reactive agility drill, highlighting technical faults and restrictions within the movement before demonstrating derivative exercises that will assist in the development of this technique. I will then revisit my performance on the reactive drill following 2 weeks using the derivative exercises. Here I demonstrate an agility drill commonly used in team sports to evade defenders and receive the pass. The drill relies on a given command from the coach which reflects a game-like situation when moving into space from given commands. This video highlights a lateral change in direction. When developing lateral movement, the whole foot should plant and stick contact with the ground to generate full force and hold stability. The foot should be planted horizontal to the line of change of direction whilst keeping the hips back to engage the glutes, hips and upper thighs. As you can see in the image, the circled foot lands on the ball of the foot, which means that the forces are not generated as efficiently as they could be. The limb alignment should show that the knee should be just inside of the hip and the hip just inside of the knee, with the trunk upright and controlled, as demonstrated in this image of the elite footballer. The posture should highlight a low centre of mass, which enables ground reaction forces to be utilised effectively throughout the chain to explosively move in a horizontal direction. By comparing my posture to that of an elite football player, it is evident that my posture is less than optimal. My trunk collapses through thoracic when my foot is planted on the turning point, and in order to counteract this, I need to adopt a much lower centre of mass to utilise stored elastic energy generated from the hip on the lateral acceleration. This still image highlights the width of the base of support during the lateral shuffle. As you can see here, the base is very wide, whereas my centre of mass is very high. This results in energy wastage, and I am having to work harder to generate forces and correct this pattern throughout the shuffle. In order to improve in this agility drill, a number of exercise derivatives can be used to improve the lateral lunge. For example, lateral bounce. This exercise is used to load up the hip, creating elastic energy in deacceleration, which is used to spring off in the opposite direction. Using elastic energy enables more power production. To start with, at the end of each jump, the landing position should be fixed and the supporting leg placed shortly after. This will then progress to a more plyometric movement comprising of 3 jumps and a stick, shortening the ground contact time between each exercise. This is a cutting drill. This drill focuses on the lateral shuffle left and right through the cones, and it is designed to control the athlete's ability to maintain posture throughout the exercise. The athlete should have a wide base of support to shuffle quickly and effectively through the drill. If the stance becomes too wide, the energy forces will be lost, and too close, then the athlete will need to reset the ready position to accelerate in the other direction. To focus on limiting the foot width and develop explosive hip strength, this drill can be performed with a resistance band. This will provide enough resistance to shorten the stance and control the limb alignment. When the band is removed, the drill should be performed quicker, minus the added resistance. Here I have performed this drill multiple times in an attempt to develop speed by limiting the foot contact time on the ground. Following 2 weeks of training, you can see I spend much less time with the foot planted and am more able to generate speed throughout the movement. However, further training is required to maintain an upright trunk and encourage a lower shuffling position.